And here we go, game 2 on Xel'Naga Caverns. We have spawning in the upper 3 o'clock position, we have GoSuPokebuni, and he is going to be our purple Terran player. Spawning in the 8 o'clock position, we have Russano, and he is going to be our orange Protoss player. 1 second. And just had to kind of shout out to my stream right there. But Russano is up 1-0, and we see actually Russano going for a little bit of cheese right here, throwing down a proxy pylon early. So this could be very interesting, maybe looking for a little bit of a cannon rush, but who knows. He does sneak that probe in to Pokebuni's base, and he is going to throw down a gateway in Pokebuni's base. Wow, this is actually very interesting. First ever, well, I guess professional cheese that I have seen in a long time, and he is going to look to stream in Zealot after Zealot into Pokebuni's base. If Pokebuni is not able to scout that, we will see exactly what happens, but this is definitely something that is very interesting in my opinion, because I haven't seen anything like this, well, since I was in Bronze League. So I don't know if Pokebuni saw that. Yes, he did see the cheese coming from Russano, and Russano is going to send the pro back in, be like, yeah, I'm scouting you out of normal time, bro. And Pokebuni does see the gateway going down, so let's see what happens here. He is going to go for a 2 racks opening, and Russano, exactly what I said, is going to try to stream in Zealot after Zealot into Pokebuni's base, and he is going to try to do a little bit of harassment to the SCV that is building the second barracks. However, this Zealot is just about finished, and then a second... Oh, no, did he block it? No, he did not block that Zealot, which would have been absolutely horrible. I thought that he blocked it for a second, and he has Marines coming in. He should bring that supply depot back up. Good job by Pokebuni. So that Zealot is not going to be able to get into Pokebuni's base unless he goes through exactly where that SCV came from, and that Marine is going to be able to spawn, or to, well, get out of training right behind the barracks. So this is actually an interesting situation right here, as we see a cybernetics core going down at Russano's base. Pokebuni has to be very careful about what he's going to do here. And when we look back at Russano's base, we see another pylon and a cybernetics core going down. And Russano actually not going to do as much damage as he had hoped for. You see a third Zealot being warped in here. Yeah, very nice reaction by Pokebuni. Just throwing down. And Russano obviously is expressing his dismay with what just happened, and Pokebuni is going to be able to come up and take out this gateway. And Russano is quite possibly gonna... Pokebuni saying, thank you, Korea server. I'm not quite sure if Russano's playing on Korea server or not, but maybe, because he just let his Zealots get surrounded by SCVs and sniped down by Marines in the bunker. And here comes a Sauger now being warped out, so actually Russano gonna continue to try to throw this cheese out there, but maybe just trying to contain Pokebuni in his own base, trying to get away with that Sauger. Is he going to get away? He's at 17 HP right now. Pokebuni throwing up 2 more barracks. He's going to be sitting on 4 racks right now, and it looks like Pokebuni could be gearing up for a massive 4 racks attack here very shortly. And we see Russano now just researching Warpgate technology, and this could be very, very bad and hard to beat for Pokebuni, especially with Russano throwing down 4 barracks right now. It's already hard enough to be at a 3 racks opening as Protoss to begin with, but to have 4 racks coming at you after you tried to cheese, wow, this is going to be very interesting to watch. And we see Pokebuni forcing a cancel on that pylon, and Russano using that Stalker's range to just throw, essentially throw little slaps at those Marines. And we see SCVs being brought off the line. This gateway is actually repowered again. We'll see if that Stalker is going to be able to come out. It does. and Soccer does come out. That's essentially what Russano wanted, and he does have 2 gates back at his main, and we see Pokebuni throwing down a command center right now, so it's going to be a 4. What happened to his 4th Rax? He probably canceled it. I am not entirely sure, but he is throwing down a command center right now instead of 4th Rax. And we see another proxy pylon going down for Russano. Just very interesting game already. 2 racks and 2 gates and a robotics facility right now going down for Russano. And Pokebuni is gonna move out. He does scout that pylon right there, so he may send out his Marines and Marauders to take that. We see the command center morphing into an orbital command, and Pokebuni is in a very good position right now. I don't know if he's going to actually look to expand, but Russano's throwing down his expansion at his natural, and Pokebuni obviously researching stem and concussive shells. He is poking ahead with these 5 stalkers. He might lose a lot of that concussive shells get done, and they are done. They are going to be able to whittle away stalker after stalker, and Russano very intelligently gets those stalkers back. And Russano is going to move out to his natural and salvage that bunker, get 75 minerals back. And not a whole lot going on right now, so let's just see. Russano has thrown down a 3rd gate. He has thrown down a Twilight Council in the back of his main. He has a lot of drones actually on in his main. And he has thrown down another Dark Shrine, so we could see Russano trying to take out a lot of Pokebuni's SCVs again with DT after DT after DT like we saw in the last game. So Pokebuni looks like he may be gearing up for a push right now, or he may just be moving out to the Zelnaga Towers. We'll find out here very shortly. However, Russano, if Pokebuni were to push right now, Russano does not have a whole lot to defend with. He has, let's look at the unit counting station right now. We have 8 Marauders and 8 Marines against 3 Stalkers, 2 Zealots, and 2 Sentries right now. And we also have, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Dark Shrine going down and an Immortal back in production. And Pokebuni is going to poke up. He is going to see the expansion of Russano, and he is going to try to take it out as quickly as possible. Spins everything. However, here comes Russano with all of his units, and Force Field going down. The natural expansion does go down, which kind of was the main the main reason to attack. I can't think of the word that I had in my brain, but just lost it. Does not take down that Immortal though, so that is definitely win-loss situation for Russano. He does take out Pokebuni's army. However, Pokebuni is able to get a little bit of one right now. And here come the DTs into Pokebuni's base. He does have enough for a scan. He will take out the DT that's up on top. However, this DT right here has 6 SCV kills at the moment, and he is going to go after a 7th. He does get a 7th SCV kill. And this Observer right here is going to, well, it's one of those that Pokebuni could mistake as a DT, and we see that this DT is actually ripping through this army for Pokebuni, and it is going to take out, has 11 kills at the moment, and Pokebuni has not scanned yet. Wow, DTs have been the arch nemesis of Pokebuni right now. This DT has 14 kills. And we see a scan finally going down, and Pokebuni finally cleans up those DTs. However, there's one more at the natural, just kind of relaxing there, and we have one more DT warping in, and Pokebuni is going to have to throw down a engineering base somewhere. There it is. He should start throwing down missile turns. There it is. Why did he let that DT in? I have absolutely no clue, but that's why I'm not playing. And we see missile turn is finally going to get done. There isn't one in the back yet, so this DT is actually going to be able to do a lot better than I initially thought it was. It already has 10 kills, and we see at Russano's base, he does have quite a few probes at his natural, and that DT finally got cleaned up because that missile turret finally went up. And yeah, pretty interesting right now. We do see a Raven coming out for Pokebuni. Pokebuni, however, right now is behind on supply by about 20 supply. And this DT is probably just going to go snooping around a little bit. But back at Russano's base, we see that he has a little bit of a ground army right now. I don't know exactly what his tech path is going to be. Obviously, DTs. He hadn't gotten Charge or Blink just yet. He is sitting on 3 gateways with a 4th coming up. And he has a Warp Prism right here that he will look to do some damage with. However, Pokebuni does have a Raven out, and he is going to be able to scout out any of Russano's invisible units. However, this Warp Prism is going to move in and look to do some damage, while Pokebuni's army is completely moving all the way across the map. This Warp Prism could be very effective right now if he does land it just right here. Oh, let's see where he decides to land it. And we see the Warp Prism is going to go down right there. Drop a DT. DT is going to do some damage. Zealot's coming in also. And wow, it's going to do a lot more damage than I initially thought it would. But I've said that twice in a row already. And we see the big battle going on right here. A lot of Zealots and nice force fields by Russano, cutting off another little bit of Marine. Raven's still alive, and this Zealot and DT finally do get cleaned up by this small force, and we do have some medevacs finally on the field for Pokebuni. Definitely a very good game. Also, this series has been very great so far. We have Russano moving across with a very scary force at the moment, especially in considering what Pokebuni has. And Russano is throwing down another pylon right there, and a few more gates. No, 2 forges and a robotics bay. So it looks like Russano is going to start going for Colossus, and Russano is going to poke in and see what Pokebuni has. No, he is actually going to commit to this attack. Pokebuni, GG's, good game. Russano is moving on to the finals after he 2-0'd Pokebuni. Very great games from both players. I'm going to check to see if Russano will let me into the finals. I'll check the brackets real quick to see who he is playing against. It will be Russano against... Looks like... Well, we do not know yet. So I'm sure that they have it on the other stream, but I'll pull up